live, most likely. I am going to be doing the reader profile tag, and this was created by Book Bustle. So go check out their channel and the other videos on this. I've watched a couple, and so far they've all been pretty well done. There are 10 questions, it looks like, and I will do my best to answer these. So, got my coffee as usual in my Cat Mama cup.
You got 10. How much?
They're 10 questions.
Oh.
And if you are watching or will be watching this in the future and you would like to do the tag, I tag you. It just helps me keep up with everything, because I know some people like to do tags, sometimes they like to do certain tags and etc. So if you feel like doing this, you watch the channel, you're subscribed to the channel, I tag you, and I'd love to see your answers. So let's get on with the tag. The reader profile tag. Number 1, what for you makes a good book? So I'm very much a character-driven person when it comes to what I like in books. I would say character first and then plot second for me, because I can be okay with a ridiculous plot or things that don't go exactly the way I would like to, if there's good characters, if there's characters that make me care about them, that are believable, that feel like fully fleshed out people. So definitely, good characters, but also an interesting plot. Obviously so many things have been done, but what is your twist on it, right? What makes yours different? What makes people think about your book and, you know, look at things differently? Those are the kind of things I like. I like good characters. I like books that make you think, a new twist on, something that we've heard before. And also, depending on the kind of book, obviously stuff that is well written, um, where the writing makes sense for the type of book it is. I love a lot of deep flowery language at times too, right? But I also like a lot of humor. So it really depends. Just, I guess, know the genre, know the audience, etc. What are you currently reading? So, what I'm currently reading, a lot, too much. And hello to everyone that has joined.
Hello.
So, I am currently reading volume 6 of Lumberjanes. I just started To Kill a Kingdom.
What?
What?
What's that? What's that Lumberjane?
It's a graphic novel about these girls at a summer camp, and they have a lot of weird creatures and cryptids and stuff like that.
Oh, like Goosebumps?
Yeah, it's more like a fun, adventurous kind of thing.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm reading that. I'm reading To Kill a Kingdom. I am reading a book on Celtic Druidry. Reading volume 1 of The Walking Dead. Reading a lot of graphic novels. I'm also listening to Going Bovine, The Diviners, and Beauty Queens. Going Bovine and Beauty Queens I've read a long time ago, and I wanted to read again because I love the stories. And it's been a while. So I got more in there. I'm also reading Graceling, and I've just started, on the first 2 pages, just started Emma. Number 3 is the last book you didn't finish and why. So it's been a while since I've DNF'd a book just because I didn't like it. I don't even remember the last time I did that because I just haven't had the time to read books that I'm not interested in. I've been a little bit more careful about my selection. Most of my DNFs have been lately, within the last couple years, have been because I ran out of time with the library and I had to take it back, but then I'll get the book again. So I guess that's a temporary DNF. Now, if we go back, about 3 years or so, I would say there's a book called Zigzag that I may eventually, go and finish reading. Like, I started reading like the first chapter, and the main character, which is so fucking annoying. I have no idea what that means, dude. Anyways, so it's about this girl, and I don't remember her name. She has a boyfriend, I think, going off to college. I think she's still in high school. Like, I think she's like a year younger or whatever. And so she's not graduated yet. And he's going off, and she's all sad that he's going. And, I'm probably jealous and everything, which that in itself isn't too bad. Obviously, when people that you care about are moving away, you're you know, you're gonna be a little upset. You're gonna miss them. Of course, that happens and everything. But this person was just so whiny, and oh my god, so fucking whiny. I'll maybe try to push through and see if it gets any better. Cause who knows? Maybe the character grows and she grows into somebody mature, and it's a good story. It's a good like road trip story and everything, a good slice of life story. But I just wasn't ready to continue on with that. Hello.
Hello.
Another one was Call Waiting, which is by R.L. Stine. It's not a Goosebumps book. It's one of his other ones.
We aren't talking about our books too, or not Goosebumps?
Yeah.
Oh, remember we may.
He had a series before Goosebumps.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's called Fear Street. I haven't read any of those. I'm still working my way through Goosebumps since I got back into reading Goosebumps.
It was called Freak Street?
No, Fear Street.
Fear Street?
Yeah. They did a couple movies too, I think. But that character was unbelievably annoying in that book too. So yeah, so far those are the only books that I have not finished, was those two, and recently library loans. Alrighty. Number 4 is an obscure book that you wish other people would read. See, I don't know about obscure because I often find books, through booktubers and stuff, and I kind of feel like if somebody else out there is reading these books, then it's not too unknown. But I guess some of these are a little bit less popular than some other books have been, right? I guess there's less, just less talked about than a lot of things, especially lately. But some books that I really enjoyed that aren't super, super popular, let's see. I love The Elegance of the Hedgehog. That one's more like, I guess, adult contemporary kind of thing. Not a lot of like super, like, it's not like an adventure book or anything. It basically is a day in the life, um, what happens in this person's kind of life, their inner thoughts kind of thing. So if you're looking for like fantasy or anything, that's not your thing. But if you like, I guess, more questions of life, philosophy kind of ish things, you might like that one. Um, yeah, I really like that one. I don't know what that means. I also love The Shape of Thunder, which is a middle grade um, novel that is about two friends who basically lose their friendship over the events of a school shooting. I felt that it handled things, for the age range that it was, if that makes any sense. Like, it was very much a middle grade book, but it didn't dumb things down. It had a lot of serious things in it, but, in a way that was accessible for a younger audience.
What they saying?
Uh, no, that's nice, dude.
What was he saying?
Jesus Christ is Lord. He lives and loves you. And you know what? The goddess loves you.
Huh?
Monster vs. Legend Collector. It's my birthday today. Well,
What's
happy
that?
birthday. Somebody said it's their birthday.
Another thing.
Oh, just about Jesus and stuff. So yeah, I love The Elegant of the Hedgehog, The Shape of Thunder. Um, Crenshaw was a fun book. That's another middle grade book. It's by um, Catherine Applegate, I think her name is. She's the same one that did The One and Only Ivan. I feel that one's probably a little bit more known because, it has a movie now. So those, Zombies versus Unicorns isn't talked about as much as I would like it to be because that is a great anthology. It's one of my favorite books. It had its time, but I don't know. I feel like Going Bovine and um, Beauty Queens, even though Libba Bray has like popularity with the diviners and I'm liking that one, I feel like those books aren't talked about enough and they're really well done. They have a great mix of humor and deepness to them and everything. They are so good. I love them.
Can I show my drawing?
Hey, I'm doing a tag here. Yeah, that's Nate's drawing.
Look, close down.
Yeah. Anyways, so, like I was saying, Nate did a really good drawing. That's really interesting. Yeah. But anyways, like I was saying, Going Bovine is about this kid, he's like a teenager, because Libba Bray writes like a basically YA. I don't know if she's written anything else, but her main focus is like YA, like satire and fantasy and historical fiction, that kind of thing. Anyways, so this guy named Cameron, he pretty much is kind of like floating through life, right? He doesn't really care too much about school, grades, whatever. He's just kind of, passing by. And one day he contracts They say the actual like proper name for it, but basically he gets mad cow disease, and he sees this angel that has like this alternative kind of look to her, and she basically tells him that there is a cure out there with this like doctor. I think his name is Dr. X or whatever, and he has to go um like on basically a road trip with this other person that's in the hospital with him, and he's like, it's this kid named, they call him Gonzo, that he's basically afraid of like everything, germs, whatever, because his mom thinks everything is going to kill him. He has to take this guy and go to find the special doctor to find this cure.
You say mad cow disease?
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Jeffy did a video like that.
Oh my god.
I'm not joking, I did.
Okay. But there is like, yeah, basically like a punk rock angel in there. A lawn gnome that is actually like the Norse god Boulder. There's a lot of stuff going on. It is funny and deep and strange. And I loved it. And the cover is awesome. Also, Beauty Queens. So, Beauty Queens is also like. So, I think Going Bovine is described more as like surreal, whereas Beauty Queens is more of like a satire on beauty pageants and corporations and capitalism and like the United States, right? So like this plane of beauty queens basically crashes on an island and they have to survive, and it talks a lot about like, you know, who you are and your identity and your connections to like the world and gender and how people see you as, you know, what you are and who you are. Talks about religion and race and other things, but it's not like anything is like thrown into your face. It's just like it makes you think, and I think the characters are really well done. So those are some, I guess, obscure books. There's probably plenty more that I can think of. What else? Hello, you're beautiful. Hi, I guess.
Beautiful?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what?
The longest book you've ever read? I'm not really sure.
I read a long book before. I was actually close to the end of it, actually.
No, that's good.
I think it was called Nightmare something, I can't remember, but it was a FNAF book. I was almost close to the end of it. It was a chapter book.
Well, that's good.
I'm probably upset because probably my chapter books are destroyed in the storage.
Yeah.
I did like them, they were my favorite.
So, some long books that I've read, and I've mainly read these through audio, would probably be like Battle Royale and like, probably like the Lunar Chronicles. Those were pretty long. I think they're only like 300-400 pages. So that's what's coming to mind right now. Okay, number 6 is five fictional characters you would have a dinner party with. Let's see.
What do you say? 5, 6. What did you say? What number 6 was?
5 fictional characters you would have a dinner party with.
5 fictional characters you had dinner with?
Yeah.
I know my pick. Do you want to hear them?
Well, this is supposed to be a book tag, so. Okay, I'm not sure why you guys are talking about politics here because this is a book tag. Anyways, so I would say Huh.
I'll go Optimus Prime,
Oh god.
and Bumblebee, and Megatron.
That's a good one. Let's see. I'd probably pick Renee from The Elegance of the Hedgehog. I feel like Eleanor Oliphant could add something interesting there, like a different perspective. So there's those two. Yeah, I would definitely say those two. Who else? Trying to think of who else would come to mind. I definitely think Katniss after the war and everything, there would probably be a lot of stories there. That'd be very interesting.
Wait, is Katniss from Hunger Games?
Yeah.
Wait, do we start like the one we went to?
No.
Oh. Wait,
also, and I know this is like very, very far apart, but probably Lucy Gray too, because those are two different ends there. And I think there would be some good conversation, to be had about life and everything else. Then I would have one more person. Who else would I pick? That was kind of hard. I have to think about my last person. It's probably gonna drive me crazy too.
The Rock. Hillary Clinton.
You know what? I would go with Jen from Lumberjanes because she would have a lot of like cool stories to tell, like about all their adventures and stuff. So those are the 5 that I'm gonna say for now. Okay. So if you're stranded on a deserted island and you could take 5 books, which ones would you want to take? Kind of paraphrasing these because I kind of just jotted them down. So 5 books could be easy, but also very hard because I only get to pick 5 books. So, number 1, The Hunger Games. Number 2, Zombies vs. Unicorns. Number 3, The Giver. Yeah, maybe The Giver.
Hello Kitty.
See, there's other ones I love, but it's just, I don't know which book I would take. Some of them kind of just flow into each other. What else would I take? Definitely those 3. Definitely those 3. Those are like always in my top 3. And maybe I would say one of the Lunar Chronicles books, but I don't know. Maybe I would take Cinder and then maybe The House on Mango Street. Just so I have, like... no, you know what? See, if I did the Lunar Chronicles, I would want to take all of them. Because, like I said, they kind of... But so did the Hunger Games. But, I don't know, I kind of feel like you can linger on the Hunger Games for a while. Whereas the Lunar Chronicles are kind of better to just kind of keep going. See, this one's hard. See, if I did series and then standalones. but it's only 5. So yeah, I guess I would stick with those. Anyways, so yeah, I would do that. But if I could expand it, if I could, and I could pick 5 standalones and then 5 series, I would probably go Hunger Games, the Lunar Chronicles, 3 Dark Crowns, and let's throw in the Lumberjanes. We'll go with the graphic novel series. And then the original Goosebumps, which that's like 62, so I have a lot of books there. And if I went just for standalones, House of Mango Street, The Lovely Bones, Battle Royale, The House on Mango Street, and what else? Yeah, I'm gonna maybe put Going Bovine in there. Number 8. What is one book you could not put down? Probably all the ones that I just listed, but definitely The Hunger Games and Zombies vs. Uniforms was like my top 2. But more recent ones, I love the 3 Dark Crowns series. I pretty much just listened to those one after the other, and before that was the Lunar Chronicles. Once I finished one book, I was just really invested in the stories, and I kept going. Let's see. Number 9 is... what is it? Okay, 5 authors you will never read. So 5 authors that I'll never read. Actually, the funny thing is I did a video on this just yesterday. And I called it, what do I call it? Books I'll never read and why, or something, or... yeah, it was books, not authors. But some of it was basically authors. And pretty much all of this is due to ignorance, prejudice, racism, lack of research, which I guess goes back to ignorance. Are you falling asleep, Nate? Nate, you're falling asleep. But ones that I most likely will never read are Colleen Hoover, Bree Fauché, T.S. Pettibone, E.L. James, and who else? Jojo Moyes. Let me see if I remembered all those. Colleen Hoover, Bree Fauché, T.S. Pettibone, E.L. James, Jojo Moyes. Oh, actually, technically there's 6. Sarah J. Maas. That's who I'm missing. I know that's 5. That's 6. But definitely Sarah. Because of all the crap I've heard about ACOTAR. She's be more like the more recent one. Number 10 is, if you were to write a book, what would it be about? So I have not finished a full-length novel yet, but I have written and self-published. You can find them on Ko-fi and Amazon, and probably a couple other places. But I have written 4 books. 2 are short story collections and 2 are poetry books. So my 2 poetry books are called Only Children Dream and The Silly Things We Talked About. The 2 short story books are called I Don't Know These Shadows and Another World Called Ours. Now, if I were to finish any of the projects that I'm working on, I'm currently working on a commission story right now. But for more full-length books, I am working on one about jackalopes that's going to be part of a series, like an adult, like mystery, horror, spooky-ish kind of series. And then I'm also working on a YA fantasy novel. So, yeah, the first one is going to be adult. My fantasy story is going to be YA. And that deals with zodiac signs and elemental magic and like different mythologies and spiritualities and a whole bunch of other different stuff. So yeah, that was the reader profile tag. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and like I said, I tag you if you are watching, and I would love to see your answers. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.